This video is about famous Hollywood celebrities and people who passed away from May to July in 2007 in the United States. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel to support us. Mala Powers. She was born in December 1931 and she died in June 2007. Her age was 75 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications from leukemia. Mala Powers was an American actress who began her career in radio drama at age 16. She gained prominence for her role as Roxanne in Cyrano de Bergerac, earning a Golden Globe nomination. Her career spanned film, television, and stage, showcasing her versatility and dedication to the performing arts. Yolanda King. She was born in November 1955 and she died in May 2007. Her age was 51 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was heart disease. Yolanda King was the eldest child of Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King. She was an accomplished actress and dedicated activist, continuing her parents' legacy by promoting non-violence and equality. Her work in theater and public speaking inspired many to pursue social justice. Ladybird Johnson. She was born in December 1912 and she died in July 2007. Her age was 94 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Claudia Alta Ladybird Johnson served as the First Lady of the United States from 1963 to 1969. She was a passionate advocate for environmental conservation, leading initiatives to beautify America's highways and urban areas. Her efforts led a lasting impact on the nation's landscape and environmental policies. Nancy Benois. She was born in May 1964 and she died in June 2007. Her age was 43 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was homicide. Nancy Benois was an American professional wrestling valet and manager, known for her work in World Championship Wrestling (WCW). Her life ended tragically when she was murdered by her husband, wrestler Chris Benoit, a widely publicized incident. Sheree Martell. She was born in February 1958 and she died in June 2007. Her age was 49 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was accidental drug overdose. Sheree Martell was an American professional wrestler and manager, celebrated for her dynamic presence in the ring and managerial roles for top wrestlers. She was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2006. Charles Nelson Riley. He was born in January 1931 and he died in May 2007. His age was 76 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pneumonia. Charles Nelson Riley was a Tony Award-winning actor and beloved television personality, known for his flamboyant humor and quick wit. He became a staple on game shows like Match Game. Beyond television, he was a respected acting teacher and director, influencing many in the performing arts. Kerwin Matthews. He was born in January 1926 and he died in July 2007. His age was 81 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Kerwin Matthews was an American actor best known for his roles in fantasy adventure films during the 1950s and 1960s. His portrayals of heroic characters in special effects-laden movies captivated audiences and left a lasting impression in the genre. Charles Lane. He was born in January 1905 and he died in July 2007. His age was 102 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Charles Lane was a prolific character actor whose career spanned over 6 decades. Often cast in stern and officious characters, he appeared in numerous classic films and television shows, becoming a recognizable face in American entertainment. John Herbert. He was born in July 1917 and he died in June 2007. His age was 89 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was multiple myeloma. John Herbert, known as Mr. Wizard, was a pioneer in educational television. Through his shows, he made science accessible and entertaining for children, inspiring generations to explore scientific concepts with curiosity and enthusiasm. Tom Snyder. He was born in May 1936 and he died in July 2007. His age was 71 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was complications from leukemia. Tom Snyder was a prominent television and radio personality known for his engaging interviews and distinctive style. His late-night talk shows provided a platform for in-depth conversations with a wide range of guests, leaving a significant mark on broadcast journalism. Teddy Infir. He was born in November 1936 and he died in May 2007. His age was 70 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Teddy Infir was a child actor who appeared in several notable films during the 1940s. His performances added depth and charm to the movies of that era, contributing to the golden age of Hollywood cinema. Tammy Fay Masner. She was born in March 1942 and she died in July 2007. Her age was 65 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was colon cancer. Tammy Fay Masner was an American televangelist and singer, best remembered as the co-host of the PTL Club, alongside her then-husband Jim Becker. Known for her distinctive makeup and emotional sincerity, she became a symbol of forgiveness and resilience, especially after the PTL scandal. Beverly Sills. She was born in May 1929 and she died in July 2007. Her age was 78 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was lung cancer. Beverly Sills was a celebrated American soprano known for her sparkling voice and charismatic stage presence. She brought opera to a broader audience and later served as a general manager of the New York City Opera, advocating for arts and culture. Ruth Bell Graham. She was born in June 1920 and she died in June 2007. Her age was 87 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was pneumonia. Ruth Bell Graham was an American author and philanthropist, best known as the wife of evangelist Billy Graham. Her writings and humanitarian efforts touched many lives, reflecting her deep faith and compassion. Tony Thompson. He was born in September 1975 and he died in June 2007. His age was 31 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was drug overdose. Tony Thompson was an American singer-songwriter. Thompson was best known as the lead vocalist of the American R&B quintet High Five, which had hit singles such as I Like the Way and I Can't Wait Another Minute. After the group disbanded in 1994, Thompson found solo success for the following year with his debut album, Sensational, in 1995. Lasslo Kovac. He was born in May 1933 and he died in July 2007. His age was 74 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Lasslo Kovac was a Hungarian-American cinematographer renowned for his work on groundbreaking films of the 1960s and 1970s. His innovative camera techniques and visual storytelling significantly influenced modern cinematography. Hai Zarich. He was born in August 1907 and he died in July 2007. His age was 99 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Hai Zarich was an American lyricist, best known for writing the lyrics to Unchained Melody, one of the most recorded songs of the 20th century. His contributions to the music have left an enduring legacy in popular culture. Johnny Frigo. He was born in December 1916 and he died in July 2007. His age was 90 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. Johnny Frigo was a talented jazz violinist and bassist whose career spanned several decades. His expressive playing and compositions enriched the jazz genre, earning him respect among musicians and fans alike. Bill Pinkney. He was born in August 1925 and he died in July 2007. His age was 81 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Bill Pinkney was an American performer and singer. Pinkney was often said to be the last surviving original member of the Drifters, who achieved international fame with numerous hit records. He was chiefly responsible for its early sound. The Drifters have had a strong influence on soul, rhythm and blues, and rock and roll music. Boots Randolph. He was born in June 1927 and he died in July 2007. His age was 80 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was brain hemorrhage. Homer Louis Boots Randolph III was an American saxophonist renowned for his 1963 hit Yadki Sax, which became the signature tune of The Benny Hill Show. A prolific session musician, Randolph collaborated with legends like Elvis Presley and Chet Atkins, contributing significantly to the natural sound. Wally Shur, he was born in March 1923 and he died in May 2007. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Walter Wally Shur was a pioneering NASA astronaut, being the only person to fly in the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo programs. His contributions were instrumental in advancing America's space exploration efforts during the 1960s. Joel Seagull, he was born in July 1943 and he died in June 2007. His age was 63 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was colon cancer. Joel Seagull was a prominent American film critic and journalist, best known for his reviews on ABC's Good Morning America. His insightful critiques and engaging personality made him a beloved figure in the world of entertainment journalism. Liz Clayborn, she was born in March 1929 and she died in June 2007. Her age was 78 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cancer. Liz Clayborn was a pioneering fashion designer who revolutionized women's apparel by introducing stylish yet affordable clothing for working women. Her brand became synonymous with modern, accessible fashion. Benjamin Libert, he was born in April 1916 and he died in July 2007. His age was 91 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Benjamin Libert was an American neuroscientist who was a pioneer in the field of human consciousness. Libert was a researcher in the physiology department of the University of California, San Francisco. In 2003, he was the first recipient of the virtual Nobel Prize in Physiology from the University of Klagenfurt for his pioneering achievements in the experimental investigation of consciousness, initiation of action, and free will. Theodor May, he was born in July 1927 and he died in May 2007. His age was 79 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was systemic mastocytosis. Theodor May was an American physicist who built the first working laser in 1960. His invention laid the foundation for numerous technological advancements in various fields, including medicine and communications. Albert Talis, he was born in September 1913 and he died in July 2007. His age was 93 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was congestive heart failure. Albert Ellis was a renowned psychologist who developed rational emotive behavior therapy, a form of cognitive behavioral therapy that has helped countless individuals address emotional and behavioral issues. Craig L. Thomas, he was born in February 1933 and he died in June 2007. His age was 74 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was leukemia. Craig L. Thomas was a United States Senator from Wyoming, known for his work on agriculture and rural development. His legislative efforts significantly impacted policies related to farming and rural communities. Lloyd Alexander, he was born in January 1924 and he died in May 2007. His age was 83 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. Lloyd Alexander was an acclaimed author of children's and young adult literature, best known for the Chronicles of Prydain series. His works have captivated readers with their rich storytelling and imaginative words. Stanley Miller, he was born in March 1930 and he died in May 2007. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was stroke. Stanley Lloyd Miller was an American chemist who made significant contributions to the study of the origin of life. He is best known for the Miller-Urey experiment, which demonstrated that organic compounds essential to life could be synthesized from inorganic precursors under conditions thought to resemble those of early Earth. Jerry Falwell. He was born in August 1933 and he died in May 2007. His age was 73 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cardiac arrhythmia. Jerry Falwell was a prominent American Baptist pastor and televangelist. He founded Liberty University and the Moral Majority, playing a significant role in mobilizing conservative Christian political activism in the late 20th century. Riley Ann Sawyers. She was born in March 2005 and she died in July 2007. Her age was 2 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was homicide. Riley Ann Sawyers was a young girl whose tragic death garnered national attention in the United States. Her case highlighted issues related to child abuse and the importance of child protection services. David Lane. He was born in November 1938 and he died in May 2007. His age was 68 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was epileptic seizure. David Lane was an American white supremacist and domestic terrorist, a member of the neo-Nazi group, The Order. He was convicted for his role in the assassination of radio host Alan Berg. He is notorious for coining the white supremacist slogan known as the 14 Words. Chris Benois. He was born in May 1967 and he died in June 2007. His age was 40 at the time of his death and he took his own life. Chris Benois was a Canadian professional wrestler renowned for his technical prowess and intense in-ring style. His career was overshadowed by a tragic double murder where he took the lives of his wife and son before ending his own. Rod Beck. He was born in August 1968 and he died in June 2007. His age was 38 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Rod Beck was a Major League Baseball relief pitcher known for his effectiveness and a closer and his distinctive handlebar mustache. He played for teams like the San Francisco Giants and Chicago Cubs. Bill Walsh. He was born in November 1931 and he died in July 2007. His age was 75 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was leukemia. Bill Walsh was an innovative American football coach, best known for leading the San Francisco 49ers for 3 Super Bowl victories and developing the West Coast offense strategy. Marquis Hill. He was born in August 1982 and he died in May 2007. His age was 24 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was drowning. Marquis Hill was an American football defensive end who played for the New England Patriots. A promising athlete, his life was cut short due to a tragic jet ski accident. Shaq Crowford. He was born in August 1916 and he died in July 2007. His age was 90 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Shaq Crowford was an American Major League Baseball umpire who officiated in the National League for nearly 2 decades, known for his authoritative presence on the field. Arn Shine. He was born in September 1928 and he died in June 2007. His age was 78 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Arn Shine was an American sports writer and editor for the Daily Item in New York from 1949 to 1974, where he wrote a regular column titled Spotlight on Sports. After retirement due to severe case of psoriatic arthritis, Arn became a freelance writer in 1983 and sold about 350 articles to over 60 major magazines including Reader's Digest, Modern Maturity, and Guideposts. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.